So, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, verse 40. Adharmabhi bhavat Krishna pradishyanti kulastriyah strishu dushtashu vasneya jayate varna sankaraha. So, here Arjuna is mentioning a very, very profound point that when the irreligion in a family is prominent, that means if the men are killed, then women will become widowed and the family traditions will be lost and irreligion will be becoming prominent. So when irreligion will become prominent in a family, then women of the family may get polluted, and from the degradation of womanhood, he is basically referring to, O descendant of Brishni, comes unwanted progeny. So, a good population in the human society is the basic principle of peace and prosperity and the spiritual progress. So, Varnashrama, Varna and Ashrama is referring to the principles in a society that is designed in a way to have a good population that will prevail a society in peace and spiritual progress in the state or a community. So, if the population depends on the chastity and faithfulness of a womanhood, so if the population is dependent on the chastity and faithfulness of the womanhood, and if the women are when the woman gets widowed or women are not protected by the society, then there are people, unscrupulous people, who will kind of mislead them to adultery, and they will kind of cheat them, and then there will be unwanted population from that. So when the women of a family is engaged in religious activities, then they are more prone to chastity and they are more prone to a family atmosphere which will give rise to a very good progeny, very good population. At the same time, if they are exposed to unscrupulous men, then the chastity of the woman is lost, and that will create a unwanted progeny, and that would be the ruination of peace and prosperity of the society because of the unwanted population that will come through that. So it is a risk that is involved, and irresponsible men will provoke these women who are bereft of their support system, and they will be kind of adulterated into various things, and then they will be polluted, and the progeny that is produced from this particular situation will be the kind of thieves and aggressors and unwanted population basically. So and because the nature is way that they will disregard the offspring that is coming also, the children that is coming also. So the children will also not taken care properly because they themselves are becoming irresponsible. So when an irresponsible person gets indulged with a unprotected womanhood, then the progeny that comes out will be a kind of a risk or a kind of unwanted population, because none of them want that, and because the children will not be taken care properly and the values will be lacking in them, and they will grow up to become thieves and rogues and all antisocial elements, and that's a very, very disastrous situation that is Arjuna is able to foresee from now on. So in the present day, in the present society also, we see that a lot of irresponsible men, they kind of try to pollute the chastity of womanhood, and somehow there are a lot of progeny also that is coming out because of that, and in essence the society is getting degraded in values. So either by force or by cheating or in any kind of means, these unscrupulous men, they kind of cheat and degrade the womanhood of society, and then that's why there is a rise in the unwanted population. So people should take responsibility of what they are doing, and women also should take the responsibility of whom they are associating with. And you know it is very women being very simple, any clever men, any intelligent men can kind of bring the simple woman to adultery or break their chastity. So it is very important for the women to maintain their chastity, and it is very important for them to keep away from the unscrupulous men in whatever way possible. So if both the men and women maintain the chastity with towards their own spouse, then you will get proper progeny, and then they are properly taken care, and the proper values will be given of the family, and they'll be raised up in a proper consciousness, and then they'll have a clarity in their thought and about the future. So with respect to the rising influence of the social media, we can see that the values of human form are degrading very fast. So it's very easily people are getting adulterated. Women are very easily getting adulterated. The boys are, the youth is also very easily getting adulterated. Both are losing chastity, and when both lose chastity, the future generation is going to be very, very difficult to handle, because the values will be degraded, and it is going to be a lot of troublesome for the family, for the state, for the government, for anyone you can speak. It is very difficult for people to handle such kind of population, because they'll be uncontrolled. Their minds are uncontrolled, their senses are uncontrolled, their behavior is uncontrolled, and all kinds of things. And these things are very easily seen in the Western countries, where they just kind of produce children just by getting in touch with anyone and everyone, and those children are kind of getting not that proper care, and they become kind of bring about a turbulence in their own lives and also in the society, so which should be avoided at any cost. So that's the message that Arjuna is trying to convey here.